Hello, Zipeeps. Welcome to another podcast. Z MSAs for today. Z homework for tonight is workbook page 47, problems 5, 6, and 7. Z recorded tutoring session from last night will be posted on Blackboard after school today. Z 10-question EOZ review packet is due next Monday, the 19th. The EOZ quiz will be Wednesday, tomorrow. After school tutoring with Mr. Phillips will be Thursday. The test on chapter 4 will be Thursday. You can thank the Bears for losing Sunday night. And of course, Mr. Phillips will keep an eye out for the week 5 scores. They're not out yet. Let's start. Lesson 5.2. Use linear equations in slope-intercept form. Please write in your notebook, Lesson 5.2, using linear equations in slope-intercept form. Remember, during the EOC, if you forget what slope-intercept form is, y equals mx plus b, you just need to look on your EOC cheat sheet. Your EOC reference sheet, so you won't be SOL, student out of luck. On your reference sheet, it will say slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Alrighty, so let's pretend that you were shipwrecked on an island. Maybe your plane crashed in the middle of the ocean and you're the only survivor. And you made it to an island and you've been living there for years, and all of a sudden you hear a noise and you look up and it's a rescue helicopter and they've come to rescue you. You're so happy you're going back to civilization. However, there is an evil mathematician flying the rescue helicopter, and he says to you he is not going to let you on the rescue helicopter and get you off that stranded remote island unless you can write the equation of a line that passes through the ordered pair -1, 3, and it has a slope of -4, and you say, oh, no problem, I can do that. Hand me a piece of graph paper. And the evil mathematician says, no, you have to write the equation without using graph paper. Could you do it? Well, you should be able to do it by the end of this podcast. So here we go. We're going to work on writing equations today without graph paper, so you can be rescued by the evil mathematician. He promises to let you go, but you have to work the problem without graph paper. On your paper, please write the ordered pair -1, 3, and write slope of -4, and then write on your paper, write an equation. Remember, you might want to make yourself a note. We are going to write this equation without graphing. No graph paper. So, if you would, on your paper, write the formula y equals mx plus b. The next thing I'm going to do I'm going to label my ordered pairs. My ordered pair, I should say. Sorry. I'm channeling my inner Jay Cutler after he got hit the other night. Put an x on top of the -1. Put a y on top of the 3. That's my x and my y. In math, we use the variable m for slope, so on top of -4, I want you to put an m. So what are we going to do? We are going to solve for b, so you might want to make yourself a note on your paper. We are going to solve for b, or that's called the y-intercept. Not the letter y, the y-intercept. Visual people, I'm going to draw an arrow. y-intercept is that right there. We're going to solve for b. So what are we going to do? We are going to substitute in for x, we're going to substitute in for y, and we're going to substitute in for the slope. Or we're going to plug and chug. So here we go. I know that y is 3 right here. So I'm going to take out my y, and I'm going to put in 3. I know that m is my slope, which is -4. I'm going to take out m. I'm going to put in a -4. Visual people, I'm just going to highlight the negative. I am going to take out x. So I notice that they were touching each other, so I'm going to put a dot for multiplication. I'm going to take out x, and I'm going to put in -1. Visual people, I'm going to highlight the negative. There we go. Now, I'm going to solve. I have 3 equals, I'm going to multiply -4 and -1 together. That's going to give me +4. And I'm going to copy the rest of my problem, plus b. Now, I'm going to go old school, hearts and stars. So let's delete these. Goodbye. Put a star, put a star, put a heart. I want to get my stars over here on the left side. I want my hearts down here on the right side. So I am going to send +4 to the other side. How do I do that? When I cross over the line, I do the opposite. When I go outside the district, I do the opposite. The opposite of adding is subtracting. These will cancel. 3 minus 4 is -1. So b equals -1. Speaking of b, BRB. Alrighty then, peeps. We wanted to write an equation. Well, I am going to write the equation, and you should write it again. Y equals mx plus b. I know that my slope is -4. So I'm going to take out my n, and I'm going to put -4 back in. Now, I'm going to leave x where it's at. I solved for b earlier, and I said b equals -1. I am going to take out the b and put in a -1. Now math, or on the EOC I should say, they're not going to write plus -1. So we can take that plus out, and we can just scoot the -1 over. Now, strangely enough, check it out. I have an equation. Y equals -4x minus 1. I solve for b. I put that in the equation, and then I took my slope and wrote it right there, -4. Now the evil mathematician has to let you on the airplane because you wrote an equation without graph paper. Alright, let's summarize. Here we go. Please write this on your paper and we're done. To write the equation of a line without graphing, number 1, you're going to label the ordered pair. So whatever ordered pair they give you, you're going to label 1 x, you're going to label 1 y. There we go. Sorry, channeling my inner bears. Label the ordered pair. Number 2, write the equation y equals mx plus b. Write the equation y equals mx plus b. Number 3, plug and chug. Put a number in for x. Put a number in for y. Put the slope in for m. Step 4, hearts and stars. Solve the equation for b. Step 5, write the equation for slope-intercept form again, just like the Bears are probably going to lose again in San Francisco next week. Write the equation for the slope-intercept form again. This time, put the number you have for the slope and the number you got for b into the equation. And it's that easy. Later.